Hello, all. It's your girl Tiffany, Madam Malicious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces High Priestess, aka the Lady that shines like a diamond, also known as your mother and a nun, one whom isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on today. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. This may turn into a general reading for the overall collective. Okay, this is really a public service announcement for certain persons within a certain genre. Okay, but I hope y'all are doing well and feeling well. Okay, if this do kind of turn into a little reading, remember that these readings are general. It may apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be pertaining to you or any and everyone in between that you may or may not know. With that being said, guys, we're going to get started. Like I said, I hope y'all are doing well and feeling well. Okay, so y'all know from time to time I have done what I call I've done I've done like product reviews sometimes, and then I've also done what did I call them? What did I call them? They were creative, creative ideas or creative proposals, like business proposals, I think is what I call them. Okay, um and they're meant for people who are getting into certain business fields, certain career fields, or whatever, but predominantly for those people who are already planted in certain career fields that to pique their interest to something that may not have crossed their mind. Maybe they have people on their teams that haven't pitched a certain idea to them that would broaden their horizons or make more money for their company or their business and different things. This is a part of my life purpose, because one of the main deals within my life purpose is to use my gifts to help other people and their gifts that they have. I hope that makes sense to you all. Okay, so what I'm talking about today is something that I have observed to happen quite frequently to people, and I hear it all the time, considering the fact that I write quite a lot. I've been writing like my entire life. I hear people talk about writer's block all the time. The one thing I notice about accredited authors is they usually release books years and years, like there's years gaps in between their books. And it's and a lot of time people talk about writer's block, and then you have entertainment artists. Okay, you have all different type of people who write, from producers and directors to people, musicians. Some musicians write their own music, and some of them have ghostwriters. Okay, people always talking about writer's block. So I was led to come on here and give you all one of my secrets. Okay, it's really quite simple, and I'm telling you all this because it seems as if, first of all, you should never have writer's block. You just shouldn't. Okay, and I think a lot of times people have writer's block because you're trying to force something. You're either trying to force something, or two, you're trying to make up something, and you get stuck because you don't know what to make up. Okay? So, no matter what your genre is, whether you are into music, whether you are an author, and another thing that I notice about authors, you have authors who are all in different genres. Like, you may have an author say Stephen King, okay, who writes predominantly maybe horror / kind of science fiction, you know what I'm saying, otherworldly type of things. I have a lot of Stephen King books. Okay, I actually kind of like the books more than I like the movies, because the movies, it seems like the movies are good. Stephen King's movies are good. It just takes a long time. His movies are a lot longer, but it takes, which is not a problem, but it takes a long time to get to the action, to get to the drama, to get to what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? When in the book, you're reading, and it's it's like that. It just catches your attention way faster than the movies do or whatever. But anyway, no slick shot to Stephen King or anything like that, okay? But you have authors who are in different genres, okay? Those of you who like erotica type of books or whatever, you may have heard of the Zane books. I have books like that as well. You usually, my point is you have authors who are in different genres, like those who like writing romance love novels, those who write horror type of books, those who write sci-fi type of books, those who, you have different genres. Just like in the music industry, you have rappers, you have R&B singers, you have rhythm and, or you have those who sing the blues and jazz and pop and all different kinds of genres, okay? But you have writers, okay, who everything that is being said is right. And like when it comes to music, music is just poetry. It really is, okay? It's poetry that it has been turned into music. You put you create your hook, and they drop a couple bars in behind that, and you get you somebody that can make you a nice beat. You got you a nice hook. You get your music going. You have a song. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. It's a little bit more into it. You know what I'm saying? You have to have like a lot of detail and different things like that when you're an author and you say writing a whole manuscript or something, writing a whole book or whatever. It's the same thing for those who write plays, for those who writing scripts for movies and different things like that, okay? But anyway, I've seen a lot of people, it bothers me because a lot of authors, especially very good authors, it's like years in between the time that they write their next book. And I'm like, what's the deal? Are they just taking a break, or they're soaking in, their accomplishments and their achievements from the last book that they dropped? Or are they, signed to some type of publishing company that's, only allowing them to release things within a certain, at a certain point in time? Or like what's going on? Or they just don't know the next thing to write, or like what's happening? And then a lot of times with musicians, the ones of them who write for themselves, they always have writer's block. It's like they don't know what to write or whatever. And so I said all of that to say that nobody should have writer's block, okay? And like I said, I feel like because people try to stay within a certain genre, a specific genre, and because either a person is trying to make up something, stay within a certain genre, it gets them stuck, okay? The way I write, I can write anything, okay? I could write a children's book if I have to, and then I can go and write, something sci-fi if I wanted to, or something horror if I wanted to, or something, very sketchy and tragic if I wanted to. I could literally write anything. But the style of way I'm writing, it's like, it's called, like, I believe the proper term for it is like fact fiction or whatever. I write about true things. Sorry about that, guys. I write about true things that either actually have occurred or is very possible to occur, like actual real things, but in the way that I line it up in the story or tell it in the story may be false. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say the date and time that such and such happened, or the place that such and such happened, may be false, but other details, majority of the details of what I'm telling in the story are facts. So I write a lot of fact fiction or what have you, and I can do that in any genre, and I don't boggle myself down to writing only one genre, only love, you know what I'm saying, romance things, only horrific sci-fi things, only true crime things, like, you know what I'm saying? Because however I'm led by spirit to write, or whatever I end up writing. And the thing about it is, another thing I notice about artists, a lot of people will write and then they're scrambling for a title after they're done writing. I work from a title. I literally have a book of titles, okay? I think of titles, I think of hooks, I think of one-liners all the time, and I just jot them all down. And so when I get ready to write, I decide what I'm going to write about from the title that I have decided to use. Start from your title, okay? And everything else will flow from there. A lot of people channel in different ways. I'm a channel writer, okay? So I channel through writing. So once I start writing, I can't stop. Okay, and unless I like literally make myself stop. Like I've already started writing my next short story here. Okay, I've already gotten a couple pages in. Like I have to make myself stop because I channel write, so I'll keep. And what happens to me a lot of times is usually when I'm writing something, I'll think of the next story that I want to write about, and I have to jot stuff down like really quick. In a little scrapbook or something, or on, like I have, y'all would be surprised, I have notebooks and pieces of paper and little journals and everything that's got either titles in it or one liners or hooks or phrases or different things, and then I go and I put all those things together here, there, everywhere to put a whole piece together or whatever. What I'm trying to tell you is nobody should ever have writer's block. Why? Because anytime you get stuck, whatever it is that you're trying to write, whatever it is that you want to write or you desire to write, when you just need to get something written, all you have to do, first of all, one, ask yourself, what do you know? Okay? You can never go wrong by writing about what you know. Number two, you could never go wrong, and you should never run into writer's block. Why? Because you live in a world where things are happening every single day. It's in the news. It's in the media. It's all around you. It's in your community. It's in your neighborhoods. It's down the road. It's the next country over. It's everywhere. That's one of the main reasons that you should never have writer's block. Why? Because something is always happening. Okay? It's a lot harder for you to make up something, and this is the reason why I write fact fiction, because it's a lot harder for you just to think up some random something and make it sound good than it is for you to write about factual things. You know what I'm saying? But in a fiction way. Okay? So say you want to write a romance murder mystery. Okay, well, do you know how many people you know how many people have murdered their spouses in cold blood, or a whole family annihilation situation has happened? You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to specifically take those people's story, but you can make it your own. This is something that you can, one, know, two, research, study, get ideas about, then come back and write your own thing about. You should never have writer's block writing about what you know. And it's the same thing with musicians. You understand what I'm saying? What do you do? What do you like? What do you know? Okay? What are you going through? Are you going through relationship issues right now? Write about it. Are you having a time of your life? You having fun? You're partying? You're hanging out? You're kicking it? You're chilling with your friends? Write about it. What are you going through right now? You're sick of your job. You want a career change. Whatever. Write about it. It don't even matter what it is. Write about it. You understand what I'm saying? There's something that is happening. Nobody should have a writer's block. People should be writing like this, back to back to back to back to back. You should have authors who are already, well established and accredited authors. I don't understand why they don't have novels back to back. Like, why they don't have novels that's just piled up, waiting one right after another to be, released or sent in to be edited, and whatever the process or whatever. And I never understood that. And I'm like, maybe they're just taking breaks. Maybe after they, have done a big project and, have done this or that, or done some speaking engagements, done some book signings, traveled around to do this or that, and doing speaking engagements or whatever, they just decide to, take a little bit of time, and rest or something like that. But that only would take a short period of time. Like, I totally get that. You know what I'm saying? For me, that would be, and it's interesting because even in a rest, I would still be writing in between that while I'm taking a break. You understand what I'm saying? just here and there, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not how you would have to write when you're on a deadline and you got your publicist. It's like, oh my God, we need this in on such and such day at such and such time. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But like, I don't feel like that would be 3, years worth of gaps of time. You understand what I'm saying? Or whatever. So, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you all. Okay, anytime you are dealing with writer's block, just remember, Tiffany told you there is no such thing as writer's block. There can't be any such thing as writer's block when there is always something happening around you. Okay, you can write about how you're feeling. You can write about what you're thinking. You can write about what you're hoping, what you're wishing. You can write about the truth that's right in front of you, that's all around you. Okay, the world is a big place. Okay, whether you want to write about your world or another world, okay? Whether you want to write about your country or somebody else's country, whether you want to speak on, like, whatever it is, and it doesn't matter whatever genre you are in, there is no reason for you all to have writer's block. Okay, what I'm telling you is going to bring you recognition and reward. Okay, this is all about your wisdom. Okay, wisdom is about you being wise. You see this person holding this book right here? You see how that light illuminates from this book right here? Okay, all this person's wisdom they put in that book right there. You understand what I'm saying? There's no reason for you to have writer's block. Okay, because you have recognition and reward here. You have victory and success here. This wisdom here is tied into your third eye chakra. Okay, I'm telling you, a lot of people get stuck in stagnant and because you're trying to make up something, and what you want to make up needs to sound legit or legible in some type of way or what have you, instead of you making it easy for you and writing about what you know, what's going on. And if you think about a lot of different things that I have written about, like I said, the way I write fiction. Okay, so but the things that I have written about, it piqued my interest to write about those things because of things that was going on. Okay, remember the piece that I wrote about the nuns and different things like that, or what have you? That was because researching, I found several different nuns who had been abused, and several different nuns who had spoke out about being treated unfairly and different things, and it motivated me to write this whole piece. Okay, remember when just recently when I wrote the story about the cruise ships? Okay, or all the stuff going on the cruise ships. Okay, well, why? Because there were several people were dying back to back, either on riverboats or on cruises, or just popping up missing. Okay, that motivated me to write about that. There's something that is going on around you all the time. There is no reason for you to have writer's block. Okay, and whether it's something that is going on in your personal life, something that is going on, somebody near and dear to you, something that's going on in the world, or what have you. Okay, it's likely to be share worthy. Okay, you know why? Because 9 times out of 10, what's real, other people in the world is going to be able to identify with it. They're going to hear it, whether it's a song, whether they're reading a book, and they're going to feel like, damn, I feel like they're in my life. I've experienced that. I know that. Man, I know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is how you capture people. Okay, and the things that you write, whether you write it and you sing about it, or you rap about it, or whether you write it and you put it in a book, or whether you write it and you turn it into a movie. You understand what I'm saying? The whole objective is to grasp people's attention, is to move people in a certain particular type of way. Okay, guys, so that was my I guess you can call it like author's announcement, writer's announcement for the day, guys. Okay, we've got foundation and achievements at the bottom of the deck here. Okay, Um, so a lot of people have the potential of having triumphant success here, okay? Of doing great things. A lot of people just kind of stay stuck. What I just told you is probably not what, well, for those persons who have went to university or college or something like that or whatever, it probably wasn't really something what I just told you, that maybe a professor or something have told you, but it's what makes the most logical sense. Okay, it don't have to be difficult, it don't have to be hard. Okay, um or what have you. And if people, I feel like if people tapped more into that, people would be able to create more projects. You know what I'm saying? Unless you all, have people that is like, controlling what you do, how you do, what time you do, the way you do, or something like that, or what have you. Um, so yeah, guys, I just wanted to speak on that. I've been observing a lot of that, and I hear people say that, and I'm like, that doesn't even exist. Like writer's block, like I don't know who came up with that, but I'm like, it does not even exist. You understand what I'm saying? Um, because there should be, there's like no reason that anybody should experience any type of writer's block. Okay, guys, so I thank you all so much for listening and for watching. If you'll be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. For those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so at tip.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is shine bright like a diamond 36 with the underscore between each word. For any person who is interested in donating to the channel, you can do so through CASHAPP, which is $tip diamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamond. As always, guys, y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there is evil that is lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep. Watch surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, because if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. Also, guys, real quick, I want to share with you all what I'm reading right now, which is what is the name of the movie? This is written by Gabrielle Lord here. It says Black Ops Conspiracy 365 here. Missing here. So it's the book that I'm currently reading right now. I also have here this book called Dark Parties. Sorry, I got something on the book there. Okay, it's called Dark Parties, and this is by Sarah Grant. Okay, guys, so support your authors, okay, as well as support those up and coming authors as well, guys. I have so many books. I have a lot of them that I had on my bookshelf or whatever. So just like I could just go through so many different books with you all or whatever. But yeah, y'all pick up something, read something. If you don't particularly like reading, get you an audio, get audio books or whatever. You can go to there's plenty of different places. You can listen to audiobooks on Amazon and various different places. Okay, but yeah, it's also a nice gift for the holidays for somebody. Okay. But so if you don't like reading, listen to audiobooks, okay? And what have you. Just support authors, guys, okay? And for those who are writers, as I said, this was just a public service announcement. I just wanted to holler at all the writers, and I just kind of wondered where the whole writer's block thing come from, okay? Because like, it seems like to me it doesn't really exist, or it shouldn't really exist. And if anybody is actually experiencing it, then you don't have to. And perhaps maybe nobody have ever told you that there's another avenue, there's a way to break this writer's block type of, whatever one wants to call it. Okay, guys? Yeah, so anyway, guys, peace, love, and light. Namaste.